So welcome to all of you. Today we will revise the complex number. Okay. So you know that z is equal to x plus iy, where xy belongs to R and I is root minus 1 is called a complex number. Complex number. So that a number which is of the form z is equal to x plus iy, where x and y are the real numbers and I is root minus 1. So this is called a complex. So I is what here? I is root minus 1. Okay. So I square is what? Minus 1. I square is minus 1. If you multiply by I, so I cube is minus I then. I cube is minus I. Again you multiply by this, I to the power 4 is what? Minus I square. But I square is what? Minus 1. So this is plus 1. So I to the power 4 is 1. Okay. So similarly I to the power 5 multiply by I. So what we get? I to the power 6 is minus I to the power 7, I to the power 6 is minus 1. Okay. It is minus I square, means this is I square, means this is minus 1. I to the power 7 is minus I. Right? And I to the power 8, I to the power 8 minus I square. So this is plus 1. Now see here, if this is power 4, power 8, so that means what here? I to the power 4n is always 1. I to the power multiple of 4n is always 1. So if you want to find I to the power n, so what you have to do? Divide this n by 4. Suppose m is the quotient and whatever this r is the remainder. Then you can write n is equal to 4m plus r. Okay. So this is what I to the power 4m plus r. R is the remainder when r is the remainder when 4 is divided by n. R is the remainder when. So possible values of r are 0, 1, 2, 3. So that means what? This is what? I to the power 0 or I to the power 1 or I square or I cube. So this is what? I to the power 0 is 1. This is I to the power 0. Okay. So I to the power 0 is 1. Then this is what? Minus 1. And I cube is what? Minus I. That means what? I to the power 4, I to the power n belongs to plus or minus 1 plus or minus I. So only this value is possible. Okay. So 1 upon I is that, 1 upon I is there. So we can multiply by and divide by I now. So this is what? I upon I square. I square is minus 1. So this is minus I. So 1 upon I, the value of 1 upon I is minus I. So you should note this. Okay. So if you want to find I to the power 11, suppose I to the power 10, I to the power 11. Okay. So you should remember this. At least you should remember this. I square is minus 1 and I cube is minus I. I cube is minus I. Okay. Remember only this. Okay. So now if you want to find I to the power 11, suppose. So what if you divide 11 by 4, then what is the remainder? So this is what? So this is 2, that is 8, that means this is 3. 3 is the remainder, so that means what? This is I cube. And I cube is what? Minus I. I cube is minus I. So if you want to find I to the power 10 now. So what is the remainder when 10 is divided by 4? 2 is the remainder. So this is what? I square. And this is what? Then minus 1. So if it is even, so I to the power, this is whatever it is. This is what? If this is twice n, then this is what? Plus or minus 1 now. Plus or minus 1. Okay. So that means what here? It is, if it is multiple of 4, then this is plus 1. If it is not multiple of 4, then it will be the minus 1. Okay. So remember that. In this way you can find any power sum. Suppose you want to find I to the power 27, suppose. 27. So if you divide by 27 by 4, right? So this is what? 24. Okay. So this is 3. So this is what? I to the power 3. I to the power 3. And this is what? Minus I. This is minus I. So this is R means this is plus or minus I. Okay. If it is odd power, then it is plus or minus I. If it is even power, then this is plus or minus 1. If power is a multiple of 4, then it is 1. If power is not multiple of 4, it is even but not multiple of 4, then it is minus 1. Okay. So remember that. So suppose you want to find this 1 minus I to the power 4. 1 minus I to the power 4. So better to find 1 minus I square, 1 minus I square. Right? So 1 minus I square is what then? This is what 1 minus twice I. 1 minus twice I plus I square. 1 minus twice I plus I square. Okay. So I square is minus 1. So this gets cancelled. So this is what minus twice I minus twice I. So this is what 4I square. But I square is minus 1. So this is minus 4. So easily you can write this. This is minus. So remember that 1 minus I raised to 4 is equal what there? Minus 4. Okay. So you may remember this or you can evaluate this. Suppose 1 plus I raised to 4. 1 plus I raised to 4. Again we can write this is what? 1 plus I square. 1 plus I square. So this is what then? 1 plus twice I plus I square. Okay, just to write this. 1 plus twice I plus I square. Okay, so I square is minus 1 get cancelled. This is what? Twice I twice I. Okay, so 4I square. Again this is minus 4. Again this is minus 4. So 1 plus I raised to 4 is again minus 4. Okay. So this is about the complex number. You can simplify the complex number. Okay. So you can express the complex number in the form of a plus ib and so on. Okay. Suppose we have z is the complex number x plus iy. Then mod z is nothing but root of x square plus y square. This is the magnitude of this. Okay. So argument is also there, but that we will see later on. Okay. So this is z. Okay. So that means what here mod z square is equal to what? This is what? Real part of z. So x is called real part and y is called the imaginary part. So real part of z square plus imaginary part of z square. Okay. So this is mod z square. Okay. So remember this. So also you should remember that real part of z is less than or equal to mod of real part of z is less than or equal to mod z. Same thing for imaginary part of z also. Imaginary part of z less than equal to mod z. Okay. So remember this. Okay. So you should also remember that mod z is less than or equal to real part of z less than equal to mod z. Same thing for imaginary part also. Imaginary part of z less than equal to mod z. Okay. So remember this identity. So you should also remember that mod of z1 plus z2 is less than equal to mod of z1 plus mod of z2. Mod of z1. This is triangle inequality for the complex number. It is also hold for here. So again you should remember this is what mod of z1 minus mod of z2 is less than equal to mod of z1 plus or minus z2. Remember these two identity for the complex number. Okay. So also you have seen the complex conjugate. Complex conjugate. Suppose z is equal to x plus iy. Then complex conjugate is denoted by z bar. So how to obtain this? Just replace I by minus I. You get a complex conjugate. So this is what? X minus iy. X minus iy. Suppose you have z is equal to minus 3 plus 7i suppose. And you want to find z bar. So z bar what? Just replace you have to I by minus I. So this is what? Minus 3 minus 7i. Suppose your z is minus 3 minus 7i. So then your z bar is what? Minus 3 plus 7i. You have to replace I by minus I. So this one. So no need of this. No need to change the sign of the real part. Only you have to change the sign of the imaginary part. What of this? If it is minus, it is plus. If it is plus, then only I have to change the sign of the imaginary part. So imaginary part means the coefficient of I, and real part means what? So that do not contain I. The term which do not contain I. Okay. So remember that. So also you should remember for this one, z bar of z is z. That means what? Conjugate of conjugate is itself. Conjugate of conjugate is itself. So also you should remember that mod of z is same as this. Okay. So mod of z bar is same as this. Okay. So this is algebra. Z1 plus Z2 bar is same as Z1 bar plus or minus Z2 bar. Okay, so Z1 Z2 bar is same as Z1 bar into Z2 bar. Z1 upon Z2 bar is same as Z1 bar upon Z2 bar. Okay, this is the fundamental. Okay, suppose Z is equal to X plus Iy. What is Z bar? X minus Iy. What is Z plus Z bar? Z plus Z bar. Z plus Z bar is what? This get cancelled, so this is twice X, means what? 2 into real part of Z. X means the real part of Z. What is Z minus Z bar? Z minus Z bar. This is minus, minus become plus now. This is what? Twice Iy. So this is what? Twice I, imaginary part of Z. Twice I, imaginary part of Z. So you should remember this. Z minus Z bar is this. Z plus Z bar is this. Okay. So one thing also should remember that Z into Z bar is mod Z square. Z into Z bar is mod Z square. Okay, so this also you should remember this. Okay, one thing you should remember that Z minus Z dot is equal to R. Okay, so this represent a circle with center at Z naught. So whatever this complex number Z naught is the center of the circle and radius R. Okay? Suppose you have Z minus I is equal to 4. Suppose Z minus I is equal to 4. So what is this? This is the 4 is radius. 4 is radius of the circle, and this is what? Z minus Z naught. So your Z naught is I now. So this is what? 0 1 is the center. 0 1 is the center of the circle. Z minus Z naught. Z minus I. If it is plus I, if it is mod of Z plus I is equal to 4, suppose, then 4 is the radius and your Z naught is what? Minus I. So minus I means what? 0 minus 1. Your x coordinate is here 0. So that means real part is 0 and imaginary part is minus 1. So real part means x coordinate and imaginary part means y coordinate. Okay. So remember this. So now suppose x is equal to r cos theta. Okay, z is equal to x plus iy. Okay, x is equal to r cos theta. X is equal to r cos theta. Y is equal to r sin theta. These are the polar coordinates. Okay, so that means what? You can write z is equal to r cos theta plus r I sin theta. Okay, so that means r cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, so here r is what? Modulus of this. Okay, so modulus of this, and theta. So theta is what? So see here, theta. So this is r sin theta upon r cos theta. R cos theta. So r sin theta is what? Y, and r cos theta is what? X. So your r get cancelled. So your tan theta is equal to y by x, and theta is equal to tan inverse of y by x. So this is called argument of z. This is called argument. Tan inverse of y by x is the argument of the z. Okay. So remember this. So what? R is equal to what? Mod of z is the argument, and theta is what? Theta is the what? Tan inverse of y by x is the argument of the z. So one thing you should remember, that argument of z to the power n is same as n into argument of z. Remember this as a formula. Okay. So this also you should remember, argument of z bar. Z into z bar is 0. Argument of z into z bar is 0. Okay. So also you should remember that argument of z1 z2, argument of the product is same as the argument of z1 plus argument of z2, and argument of z1 upon z2 Suppose your complex number at the denominator is not 0, then this is what? Argument of Z1 minus argument of Z2. So you should remember this. You should remember this as a formula. Okay. So now to find the argument, that you should remember this. Okay. Suppose Z is equal to X plus IY is the complex number. Your R is what? Your R is mod Z. Your R is mod Z. So your theta. So theta is what? Tan inverse. Okay. So we'll see some cases. With some cases. Suppose X is greater than 0, Y is greater than 0. Because the principal argument is lies between minus pi and pi. Minus pi and pi. Principal value of the argument lies between minus pi and pi. Okay. Not minus pi and pi. This is 0 to pi. Oh, this minus pi to pi. Okay, no problem. Minus pi to pi. Okay. So now, so this is what, if X is greater than 0, Y is greater than 0, then theta is equal to tan inverse of Y by X. If X is greater than 0, Y is less than 0, then X is greater than 0, Y is less than 0, then this is minus tan inverse of Y by X. Your Y is less than 0, so we write the mod of this. Your Y is negative, so we write 1. So now X is negative, Y is negative. Both are the negative now. X is negative. Y, we'll take Y positive first. Okay. Y positive. Okay. So if X is negative and Y is positive, then your theta is pi minus tan inverse of Y by X is negative. So we'll take mod of this one. Okay. Now both are the negative now. Both are the negative. So if both are the negative, then theta is minus pi plus tan inverse of mod Y upon mod X. Mod Y upon mod X. Okay. So these are the formulae to find argument of this. Okay. So we'll use this now. Suppose your Z is equal to 1 minus I. 1 plus I, suppose. 1 plus I. Okay. So we will express this as a polar form now. So what is mod Z then? Mod Z is equal to root 2. Mod Z is equal to root 2. What is theta then? Both are the positive. So X and Y are positive. Then theta is what? Tan inverse of the real part upon the imaginary part upon the real part. So this is what? Tan inverse of 1. So this is pi by 4. So we can write this is what? Root 2 cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. Okay. For this one. Okay. Suppose Z is equal to 1 minus I then. Suppose Z is equal to 1 minus I. Then mod Z is equal to what? Root 2. Mod Z is equal to. Okay. So theta is equal to. So theta what here? Your X is 1. That means X is the positive. X is positive. Y is negative. Then this is what? Minus tan inverse of real part upon imaginary part upon this. So you are taking a minus sign. So outside. So you have to take the mod of this. So your Y is minus 1. You have to take the mod of this 1 upon 1. So this is what? Minus pi by 4. So that means what? You can write this is what? Root of cos minus pi by 4 plus I sin minus pi by 4. This is your principal argument. Okay. Suppose your Z is equal to minus 1 plus I. Again your mod Z is root 2. No problem for this one. Okay. Now your X is negative. Your X is negative. Y is positive. So this is what? Theta is equal to what? Pi minus. So your what? X is negative. Y is positive. Okay. Pi minus tan inverse of real part upon we have to take both the positive because we are considering this negative here. So we have to consider both the positive. Okay. So real part is a minus 1, but we have to take 1. 1 upon 1 is this is 1. So this is pi minus pi by 4. Pi minus pi by 4 is what? 3 pi by 4. So you can write root 2 into cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. Okay. Now your Z next possibility one minus 1 minus I minus 1 minus I. Both are the negative. Then this is what? Mod Z no problem. Mod Z is what? Root 2. Because what is the square of the real part plus square of the imaginary part. So 1 plus 1 is 2 root 2. Okay. So this is what then theta is or what? minus pi plus tan inverse of 1. So minus pi plus pi by 4. So this is minus 3 pi by 4. Minus 3 pi by 4. Okay. So these are the values of this. Okay. Similarly, suppose we will take one more example of this form. Suppose your z is equal to 3 plus root 3, 3 minus, we will take 3 minus. Okay. 3 minus root 3i. 3 minus root 3i. Okay. So what is your mod z? Mod z is equal to what? This is what? 3 square is 9. Then plus 3. So this is root 12. Root 12 means what? 2 root 3. 2 root 3. Or you may keep this is root 12 as it is. But you have to check the option of this. Okay. So now what is theta then? Theta is equal to okay. So here what? X is positive, y is positive, y is negative. Then this is minus tan inverse of minus tan inverse of 3 upon root 3. Okay. So this is minus tan inverse of root 3. Minus tan inverse of root 3. So for root 3, you know that this is, suppose this angle is 60 degree, this is 30 degree, this is 2, okay, then this is 1 and this is root 3. Okay. So you in the tan 30 degree and tan 60 degree, that we will see. Oh, yes, this is root 3. Oh, this is wrong. Okay. So what here? Imaginary part upon the real part. This is what? Root 3 upon 3. So this is what? Minus tan inverse of 1 upon root 3. This is not correct. Imaginary part upon the real part. Okay. Imaginary part is your root 3. Note that. Okay. So now tan 30 is what? 30 means the opposite side upon adjacent side. Opposite side is 1 upon root 30. Okay. And tan 60 means what? Opposite side upon adjacent side. So this is root 3 upon 1. So 60 degree. So 30 degree works here. So that is what? Tan inverse of 1 by root 3 is the 30 degree. So 30 degree means pi by 6. So this is what? Minus pi by 6. So this is your answer. This is your answer. Okay. So if your z is minus 3 plus root 3i, minus 3 plus root 3i, then your margin, no problem. Margin is what? 2 root 3. Margin. What is theta then? Your x is negative now. X is negative, y is positive. So pi minus tan inverse of, so same thing here, 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. But the tan inverse of 1 by root 3 is pi by 6. So pi minus pi by 6. So pi minus pi by 6 is what? 5 pi by 6. So 5 pi by 6. Okay. Your theta is pi by 6. Okay. So I hope that you understand how to find the argument and this. Okay. So these are the formulas to find the principal argument. Okay. So this is a very important theorem. De Moivre's theorem. De Moivre's. Okay. VRES. De Moivre's theorem. So that is what? Cos theta plus I sin theta to the power n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Okay. Whatever n may be. It may be real, may be natural, may be integer, whatever this. Okay. So note that is. One more thing what you should remember that. So what is 1 upon cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay. So what you can multiply and divide by the conjugate of this one. I sin theta upon cos theta minus I sin theta. Okay. You can multiply it. So this is what then? Cos theta minus I sin theta upon. So they are the conjugate of this is what? A plus b, a minus b. So this is what? Cos square theta minus I square sin square theta. But I square is plus. I square is plus 1, right? I square is minus 1 become plus, so this become plus. But cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, so this is same as what? Cos theta minus I sin theta. So therefore 1 upon cos theta plus I sin theta is equal to cos theta minus I sin theta. Okay, so we can write this is 1 upon cos theta plus I sin theta to the power n is same as what? Cos n theta minus I sin n theta. Okay, so remember this. So here may be value at 4. If it is 4, then this is cos 4 theta plus I sin 4 theta. If it is 11, then this is cos 11 theta plus I sin. If this is minus, doesn't matter if this is minus, you may write here minus sign. Okay, but this similarly 1 upon cos theta plus I sin theta to the power n. So n is suppose the 4, then this is cos 4 theta minus I sin 4 theta. So if this is minus in here, then you have to write plus in here. You have to write. So if for minus is here, you have to write a minus in here. But for the denominator, if minus is there, you have to write a plus. If plus is there, then you have to write a minus. Okay. So take the care of that one. Okay. Suppose your z is equal to 1 plus I upon 1 plus twice I. So you want to find the real part and imaginary part of this. So what you have to do? You have to multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. Okay, just multiply the numerator. Multiply by 1. So this is 1 minus twice I. Multiply by I now plus I. Okay, so minus twice I square. Minus twice I square. But I square is minus 1, so become this is plus 2. You have to do fastly this is. Then what? Real part square. So z equal to z bar. Real part square plus imaginary part square. So 1 plus 4 now here. Directly you can write 1 plus 4. So what is here then? So you can connect the, this is not 3. So this is 3 by 5. So minus I by 5. I by 5. Okay. So real part of z is 3 by 5. Imaginary part of z is minus 1 by 5. Minus 1 by 5. Okay. In this way you can write. Suppose your z is equal to 2 plus 4i, 3 minus 6i. You want to find a real part and imaginary part. Directly multiply by that. This is what? 6 minus 12i. 6 minus 12i. Multiply by 4i now. This is what? So 12i. This is what? This is minus, so become plus because I square is minus 1. So this is what? 24. Okay. So what is the real part of z now? Real part of z. This is what? 30. And what is imaginary part of z? This is 0 because they get cancelled. Because this 12i get cancelled, so this is 0. Okay. Now suppose we have this z is equal to 3 minus twice I upon 6 plus 4i. 6 plus 4i. Okay. So now see here, if you take the 2 common here, so this is what? 3 minus twice I upon 3 plus twice I. 3 minus twice I upon 3 plus twice I. So what? We have to multiply and divide by this. 3 minus plus twice I. 3 denominator we have to. Okay. So 3 plus 3 minus twice I. Twice I. Okay. So 1 half we will keep. Okay. Multiply this. This is what? 9 minus 6i. Minus 6i. Minus 6i. Minus 6i. Minus minus plus but minus 4. Minus because I square is minus 1. Take the care of that one. Okay. So upon this is what? 9 plus 4. So this is what? 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 by 26 now. So this is what? 5 minus 12i. Okay. So real part of z is what? 5 by 26. Imaginary part of z is what? Minus 12 by 26. So you can simplify this ratio. So I hope that you understand this one. Easily you can simplify this. Suppose your z is equal to, this is what? 1 plus I square plus I cube. Plus I cube. And you have to find the real part and imaginary part or modulus, whatever this. So what is this? This is 1 plus I. I square is minus 1. I cube is minus I. So this is 0. So this is 0. And they want model of z. So model of z will be 0 then. Model of z will be 0. Okay. So suppose this is I cube is not there. Then what happened then? This is minus I. So this is what then? I. This is I. So what is mod z? Real part square plus imaginary square 0 plus 1. This is root 1 is 1. Root 1 is 1. Okay. So if z is equal to plus or minus I, so mod of plus or minus I is 1. Mod of plus or minus I is 1. Okay. Note that is. So one thing you should remember that z1 plus z2 square plus z1 minus z2 square is same as 2 times z1 square z2 square. Okay. So this is identity why I proved this. So you should remember that. So again you also you should remember that if z1 plus z2 plus z3 is equal to 0 and mod of z1 mod of z2 is equal to mod of z3, then z1 square plus z2 square plus z3 square is 0. Okay. We also proved this. So this is 1, this is second one, this is third one. So if z minus 1, mod of z minus 1. If mod of z minus 1 is same as mod of z plus 1, mod of z plus 1, then real part of z is equal to 0. This is mod. This is mod. Also second one is what? Mod of z minus I is equal to z plus I. Then imaginary part of z. You should remember this. Imaginary part of this. This is the problem from exercise. Also you should remember that z into z bar is same as mod z square. Imaginary part of z bar is 0. Imaginary part of, because z into z bar is mod z square, that is the real. So therefore imaginary part of z into z bar is always 0. So this also you should remember this. Okay. Now suppose your z is same as 2 plus r 2 plus 3i into 1 plus I. Then what is mod z? Your z is this. This is the product. No need to do the product because you know that mod of z1. Okay. So this is what? Mod of 2 plus 3i into mod of 1 plus I. 1 plus I. So this is root of what? 4 plus 9. This is root of 1 plus 1. So 9, this is 13 and this is 2. So this is root 26. In this way. No need to do the product for this one. Okay. So even though if z is equal to 2 plus 3i upon 1 plus I, and if they want mod z, so no need to no need to simplify this, no need to convert it in the form a plus ib. Directly you can do the modulus of the numerator upon the modulus of the denominator. So what is that? So this is root of 4 plus 9, this is root of 1 plus 1, this is root 13 upon root 2, so root of 13 by 2. Okay. So in this way you can find a modulus if complex number is the suppose your z is equal to 1 plus twice I. 1 plus twice I. Your z is equal to 1 plus twice I. So what is mod of z? What is mod of z? So what? This is 1 upon mod of this one. This is what? 1 plus 4. This is 1 by root 5. Mod of z. If they want argument, suppose your z is equal to 1 upon 1 plus I now. 1 plus I. Okay. You have to multiply and you want to find argument of this one. Okay. So for argument we will see. This is very easy. You can simplify this. This is what? 1 minus I upon 1 minus I. So this is 1 minus I. Because what here? 1 plus I. This is what then? This is root 2 then. Right? Not root 2. Only 2. Real part square plus imaginary part square. So real part square plus this is 2. So now you want argument. Okay. So your theta is equal to tan inverse of. So here what? Here what happened? Your y is a negative. Your y is negative. then your y is negative, then this is minus. Okay, so minus tan inverse of 1 by 2 upon 1 by 2. So this is minus tan inverse of 1. So this is minus pi by 4. Minus pi by 4 is your argument. Okay. So this also you should remember this. Also you should remember that mod of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to mod of Z1 plus mod of Z2. Then argument of Z1 is equal to argument of Z2. So if this should remember, if mod of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to mod of Z1 Z2, then argument of Z1 is same as argument of Z2. If this equality hold, then the argument of both the complex numbers are same. Okay, so you should remember all those things. Okay, so this is just a revision of the complex numbers. We have taken each and everything here. Okay, so one thing is what, suppose this is what cos theta minus I sin theta to the power 13. Suppose what is this? This is cos 13. If minus is there, minus is there. Okay, sin 13 theta now. Sin 13 theta. Whatever this angle may be. Okay, so this is the involved here. If it is minus, so you have to write a minus. So you may write this is what, because the cos of minus theta is cos theta. So this become plus now. Then this is what, cos of 13 theta. This become plus now, minus I sin 13 theta. This might become plus now. So if it is plus, then this become minus then. Okay, so take the care of this one. So I hope that you understand the complex number. Okay, so do all those points very clearly. Okay, so try to solve some problems on to convert the real to find the real part and imaginary part. That means to convert a complex number in the form a plus bi. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you.